Hello, my name is Catherine Barclay, and I'm going to share what I've learned about ethnic studies and social justice through this course. From the first chapter to the last, I found this course very interesting because I have never taken an ethnic studies course before. I think it is a course that everyone should take to learn about the history of every ethnicity and background. From the Chapter 2 readings, something that stood out to me was when I read about the early days of ethnic studies and how there were so many strikes that helped spread awareness. I really enjoy what I wrote about chapters 1 and 2 in the first discussion post. I said, I learned from the readings that ethnic studies is so important because it has helped so many people to feel more comfortable in their daily lives, including their work and school settings. It is important for everyone to understand the backgrounds of every race and ethnicity and to treat everyone the same no matter what their background is. I talked about the beginning of ethnic studies. There was no singular beginning to ethnic studies. It emerged out of struggles and long histories of communities of color and indigenous peoples who value education for its potential to transform lives, inspire change, raise awareness, and disrupt systems of power and exploitation. Section 2.1. There was a large demand for ethnic studies in the 1960s because of the student-led protests for racial justice. Throughout the 1960s, colleges and universities were the sites of student-led protests for racial justice, environmental justice, gender liberation, and in opposition to the war in Vietnam. Section 2.4. My takeaway from the readings is that ethnic studies is a very important subject to learn and is important to so many people. I learned that there are also a lot of people against learning about the discipline. One of my favorite videos from the course to watch was My Name is Julio. The video was very eye-opening because Julio was a gay Latino man fighting for his rights through his artwork. In the week 6 discussion post, I wrote, my single takeaway from the video was observing how brave Julio and his friends are while fighting for their rights. His art is amazing and he tells a story in each one of his pieces. He said that one of his first pieces was Diana Martinez getting arrested. He says this image of her was so badass. This video is so inspiring to me because it shows that artwork can tell so many stories. As far as my identities, I am a white female who is upper middle class with 2 university-educated parents. I have lived a fairly privileged life given there have been no major economic disruptions that have happened up until the present. I have had the opportunity through college athletics to begin to integrate with a very diverse group of athletes, which include girls of different races, economic backgrounds, as well as different sexual orientation. Through my interactions under very intense athletic experiences, as well as through downtime with these teammates, I have begun to become more sensitized to diversity and have determined that this has been a very enriching experience. The course has exposed me to themes of diversity differences as well as privilege, which I happen to possess. I have never thought of myself as superior to anybody, but I do realize through historical forces as well as through a long history of racism throughout the United States that I have to think about this constantly, and this must guide my interactions with my friends, colleagues, and acquaintances. Thank you.